If there's one thing Outlander has taught me, it's that just when you think you've got it all figured out, the show flips everything upside down in the most jaw-dropping way possible. And Season 7's finale? It didn't just pull the rug out from under us, it left us reeling with that mind-blowing twist about Faith Frazier. As we gear up for Season 8, this shocking revelation is set to change everything we thought we knew. So, what does it really mean for the future of the series? Let's break it all down. If you missed it, let me catch you up because this revelation is huge. Claire's firstborn, Faith Frazier, the daughter she tragically lost in Season 2, may not have actually died after all. Yes, you heard that right. The very loss that shaped Claire's journey haunted her for years and became one of the most heartbreaking moments in Outlander history might not be what we thought. Just take a moment to let that sink in. If Faith survived, that means everything we believed about Claire's past, her grief, and even her relationship with Jamie is about to be turned upside down. And here's where things get even wilder. This shocking twist was never in the books. That's right, even the most die-hard Outlander readers didn't see this coming. So now, we're in completely uncharted territory with no roadmap, no spoilers to guide us, just endless possibilities about what this could mean for the final season. Could Faith still be alive after all these years? If so, where has she been? Who knew the truth? And most importantly, how will this revelation change the course of Claire and Jamie's story forever? One thing's for sure, this twist has set the stage for an emotional roller coaster like never before. Even Kiter Anna Balfe herself couldn't hide her excitement over this jaw-dropping twist. She described it as an incredibly interesting cliffhanger, one that doesn't just leave us hanging, but instead cracks open an entirely new world of questions, setting the stage for what promises to be one of the most intense and emotionally charged seasons yet. Think about it. Claire has spent years mourning Faith, carrying the unbearable weight of that loss deep within her soul. And now, after all this time, she's being forced to revisit that heartbreak in a way she never could have imagined. Season 8 isn't just another chapter in Claire's journey. It's a reckoning. It's the reopening of an old wound that had never fully healed. And now, she must face the possibility that everything she believed about her daughter's fate was a lie. And let's not forget, this is Outlander. Just when we think we've seen it all, the show finds a way to shock us yet again. Who would have thought that after all these years, we'd still be getting twists this massive? The emotional stakes have never been higher, and as we step into the final season, one thing is certain: Claire's world will never be the same again. As if the shocking revelation about Faith wasn't enough, the final season is setting us up for even more heartbreak. And this time, it's Jamie's life that's hanging in the balance. If the show stays true to Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone, we're in for one of the most intense and emotionally gut-wrenching moments in Outlander history. In the books, Jamie is gravely wounded during battle so badly that he's left for dead on a desolate mountainside. Just when it seems all hope is lost, Claire finds him. But for the first time, her medical expertise isn't enough to save him. This is where things get really interesting. Claire has always been a healer, a woman of science, but we've also seen glimpses of something more, a deeper, almost mystical connection to life and death. And I can't shake the feeling that this unexplored power is about to take center stage. Could the shocking twist about Faith be directly tied to this moment? Could Claire be forced to tap into something beyond medicine, something she's been afraid to acknowledge, to bring Jamie back from the brink? We know that magic in the Outlander universe always comes with a price. If Claire is truly about to harness something greater, what will it cost her? Diana Gabaldon has teased for years that Claire's abilities go far beyond what we've seen. If the show chooses to explore this path, it won't just change Jamie's fate. It could completely redefine Claire as a character and alter the very foundation of Outlander's world. The stakes have never been higher, and with the final season fast approaching, one thing is certain: This will be a journey unlike anything we've seen before. Would you like to see Claire turning into a magical being, or do you think that would be too much for a show like Outlander? Let me know in the comments. As if we weren't already bracing for enough heartbreak in the final season, here's another gut-wrenching blow. Jenny Fraser-Murray won't be returning in season 8. I don't know about you, but I was really hoping we'd get to see more of Jamie's strong-willed and fiercely loyal sister, especially since her journey in the books extends far beyond what we've witnessed on screen. Jenny has always been a crucial part of Jamie's life, a grounding force who reminded him of where he came from. To imagine the final chapter of Outlander without her feels like something is missing. So why isn't she coming back? Co-showrunner Matthew B. Roberts recently addressed this disappointing news, explaining that with only 10 episodes left, they had to make tough choices. In an interview, he said, "With 10 episodes, there's a lot less you can do. We had to focus on stories that had a direct impact on Jamie and Claire." That makes sense, but it doesn't make it any easier to accept. Jenny's presence has always been about more than just Jamie. She represents family, duty, and the deep, complicated ties to Scotland that still pull at his heart. Without Jenny, what does this mean for Jamie's connection to his past? Will her absence create a noticeable gap in the Fraser family dynamic? And could the show find a way to honor her character in some other way? These are the final episodes, the last moments we have with these beloved characters, and every missing piece feels even more significant. Let me know your thoughts. Does this news disappoint you as much as it does me? I understand the reasoning behind it, but I can't help feeling disappointed that we won't get to see Jenny's full story play out on screen. She's been such an integral part of Jamie's life, his sister, his confidants, and sometimes the only one who could truly challenge him. Her absence in the final season leaves a noticeable void, almost like a missing piece of Jamie's identity. It makes me wonder, how will they wrap up his journey without one of the most important people in his life? To me, it feels like the show is leaving something unfinished, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think this story can feel complete without her? And just when you think things couldn't get any more uncertain, here's where it gets even crazier. While the show is wrapping up, Diana Gabaldon hasn't even finished writing the final Outlander book yet. That means we're stepping into completely uncharted territory. The show will have to craft its own conclusion, and if you've lived through the Game of Thrones finale disaster, you know how risky that can be. An ending without the author's full blueprint? That's a recipe for controversy. Gabaldon has already confirmed that Season 8 won't end the same way as her books, which leaves us with so many questions. Will the showrunners stay true to the essence of her story, or will they take things in an entirely new direction? Will fans embrace this version of the ending, or will it divide the fandom the way other book-to-screen adaptations have in the past? Personally, I have no idea what to expect, and that unpredictability is both thrilling and terrifying. What do you think? Are you excited to see how the show carves out its own ending, or are you worried it won't do justice to Gabaldon's vision? The show is working with pieces of Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone, but since the book series isn't finished, the writers have to take creative liberties. Sam Ewan even hinted at how intense this season is going to be, saying, "It's going to be an epic conclusion. It's going to be emotional." I think people are going to be surprised. I don't know about you, but I am not emotionally prepared. My only hope is that they don't butcher this story like Game of Thrones did, but fingers crossed. Let's talk about the Revolutionary War, because we all know the show is about to get even more action-packed. With the massive war ahead, we know Jamie, Claire, Ian, and William are all caught up in it. Since history tells us how brutal this war was, I can only imagine the devastation that's coming. There are rumors that Season 8 will take a darker turn, especially with how divided everyone is. Charles van der Vaart, who plays William, has already hinted that his character will be put through the ringer in Season 8. He revealed he has to navigate what this means for him and his future. His identity has been shattered. And let's be real, that's not the kind of trauma you just shake off. What really keeps me up at night? The thought of him still being a British soldier. If fate ever pits him against Jamie on the battlefield, that would be brutal. Now, let's talk about Brianna and Roger because honestly, can they catch a break? After surviving time travel, kidnappings, and near-death experiences, you'd think they've earned a moment of peace. But this is Outlander we're talking about. Peace is a luxury they'll never afford. As much as I love them, their journey has been downright exhausting, and something tells me it's only going to get worse. Sophie Skelton wasn't kidding when she said, "Season 8, we're just going to mess you up again emotionally." I think it's a really big and magnificent season. Well, if I wasn't already stressed, I definitely am now. And let's not forget the mystery surrounding Jemmie and Mandy's abilities. It's about time Claire's gift was passed down, and it looks like their powers will finally take center stage in the final season. Could this storyline pave the way for a sequel? It sure feels like it, and that makes it a game changer for the entire franchise. Unfortunately, we still don't have an exact premiere date for Season 8, but with filming well underway, I'm expecting it to drop around fall 2025. And I already know it's going to be worth the wait. For more weekly updates on the Outlander universe, make sure to like and follow. Watch the video on the screen to get an idea of what's been going on in the Yellowstone universe.